Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about Alistair Overeem versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik 2. Of course, in their first matchup, Rozenstruik won that fight with a hellacious strike to Overeem's face, splitting his lip into two. One of the most horrific injuries we've seen in the sport. But Alistair, for the most part, was dominating that entire fight. So a rematch would be interesting. This is something that Overeem wants. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so this is going to be a really quick breakdown. Just going to rant on this rematch. Let's start with Jairzinho Rozenstruik, elite, high caliber MMA striker. He has a deep kickboxing background, big power, great timing, very patient and comfortable on the feet. That comes from years of battling in the stand-up. Jairzinho may not be a vet in MMA, but he is a vet in combat sports in general. Apparently, by all accounts, he's been working on his ground game, working on his takedown offense. You do see that in fights, but he definitely has to play catch up. Alistair Overeem, absolute legend of the sport, has done it all. So many accolades, pretty much almost in every promotion he's competed in. He's won a title, except for the UFC. He's a K1 champ. Overeem has little to no holes. He has a dangerous ground game. One of his signature submissions is the guillotine choke, devastating top control, devastating ground and pound, especially when he's in the top position and you're on the bottom. Good luck. Overeem has takedowns, has elite level striking himself. Like I said, through and through vet, has seen and done it all, and also has fought so many greats in the sport. Alright, so the matchup. How could this rematch possibly play out? Well, like I said, and pretty much what we all saw, Overeem was winning that first fight. At the very end of it, Jairzinho blitzed, caught Overeem with something big, won that fight. It was kind of controversial because Overeem wasn't out. He was really hurt, obviously, by his lip being split in two. But there's a big argument that the fight could have continued in the last seconds and he would have won that match. That's why he's been wanting the rematch so bad, to prove a point. What have we seen from Jairzinho that would suggest that this second fight, a rematch, wouldn't go the same as the first? I think overall, Overeem is the more skilled fighter, the more complete fighter, infinitely more complete. But sometimes power and speed, aggression, bridges the gap of skill. And we saw that in the first fight. Jairzinho is always in a fight. All it takes is one strike from that guy and he can put you down. But my money in a rematch, I'm going to have to lean towards Overeem. And it's going to be kind of like a 60-40 split because that X factor, Rozenstruik definitely has it. Big puncher, big striker, big power. So anything can happen. But if we're talking skill for skill, and Overeem implements a good strategy, good game plan, sticks to it, I could see him dominating. If he gets Jairzinho down in a bad position, gets top control, that could be the fight. Either a repetitive pattern, Overeem taking Jairzinho down, gaining points, ground and pound, dominant decision win, or finishing Jairzinho on the ground, whether it be ground and pound or sub. I think at this point, Rozenstruik might be the more dangerous striker, but that's not to say that Overeem doesn't have power because he can knock you out 100% and the skills are there. They're pretty much on par with Rozenstruik, especially for MMA standards. But the thing is, Overeem has a lot of mileage, a whole lot of fights in MMA, and Rozenstruik might be the fresher fighter, the more durable. I think most likely chin-wise, but don't get me wrong, even though Alistair has been knocked out many times, I still think he could take a shot. So wrapping up this quick breakdown, if Overeem mixes it up, pretty much utilizes his first game plan, I think he's going to do really well. Maybe a little bit more effort, a little tweak in his game plan, more emphasis on the ground, he could possibly finish Rozenstruik in a rematch. But for me, it's a 60-40 affair. You can't completely count out a guy like Rozenstruik with that power. But you guys let me know in the comment section, who would your money be on? Alistair Overeem or Jairzinho Rozenstruik? Thanks for watching the video, guys. If this is your first time at the channel and you did enjoy the segment, consider subscribing, like and share. Helps the channel grow, guys. You're the best. Until the next one, you all take care.